Hi everyone, and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to rank former UFC fighter Anderson Silva using my fighter ranking system. I've ranked other UFC fighters before too, so feel free to check out those videos if you're interested. Let's get started. As always, the first category is striking. His boxing is exceptional, and his head movement is really awesome. However, there's still one small thing missing for me to give him an S, which is why he gets an A+ for his boxing. His kicks are also really good. They do a lot of damage, are technically sound, and extremely precise. I'm also giving his kicks an A+. His sense of and understanding for distance is also very good, which is why he gets a solid A for that. His knees and elbows are dangerous, too. Above all, they're extremely effective in the clinch. His elbows and knees get an A. When I look at everything, how Anderson moves, how he fights standing up, and how he combines all these disciplines, you can immediately see how fluid and technical his striking is. I give his striking a clear S. Let's move on to the second category, grappling. I'd give Anderson Silva's wrestling a D. After all, it's not bad and gets the job done, but he relies more on his BJJ when it comes to ground fighting. He has no problem being taken to the ground and ending up on his back. His guard is really solid, and even when he's in trouble there, he stays calm and composed and works his way out from the bottom. I'd give his BJJ a B+. Overall, I'd give his grappling a B because, although he's not a wrestler and prefers to fight standing up, his BJJ and guard work are very convincing. If we look at his clinch, it's clear that you don't want to fight him in the clinch. His knees are really consistent, hard, and deal a lot of damage. His clinch gets an A. His ground and pound, on the other hand, gets a D+. He also often works from guard, but he's more focused on neutralizing the strikes than his opponent. Let's move on to the third category, physical abilities. He doesn't rely too much on sheer strength, so he gets a D for that. His speed, on the other hand, is really good. He sometimes manages to flip the switch and catch his opponent off guard out of nowhere with his dynamic movements. B. I think his power is really good, and I have no complaints about it. That earns him a B+. I'll give his stamina a C and his tenacity an A. He's taken a lot of hits, both while standing and while his opponent was in his guard. He can really take a lot. His movements are often a bit odd. However, you can't say they aren't effective, and besides, his stand-up fighting is really very fluid. His transitions are always excellent, and he's also quite agile. That's why he gets a B+ for movement. Overall, I'd rate his physical abilities of a B. The last category is mental attitude. His fight IQ is pretty good, which is why I'm giving him a B for it. He has a good understanding of stand-up fighting and also grasps principles like distance control. As for his mentality, however, I'm giving him a C. Let's move on to my final assessment. I've decided to give Anderson Silva an A+. It's really extremely close to an S. The reason I'm not giving Anderson Silva an S is because this is MMA. If we look solely at his striking, he's truly at the highest level, and his BJJ and ground game are definitely up to par as well. Nevertheless, in MMA, there are always rounds. If you're taken to the ground and find yourself in a difficult position, you have to be able to survive until the round ends and the referee steps in. In MMA, on the other hand, I'd prefer it if there were no rounds. Because if you're already in a difficult position, as an S-rank fighter you should be able to defend yourself, escape, or even counterattack. Anderson Silva, for example, or others like him, often wait until the end of a round to get back to their feet and automatically be on equal footing with their opponent again. This is completely understandable, since it's a rule and it's simply logical to act this way to conserve energy. However, S-rank fighters should be able to hold their own in any situation, regardless of the time or round. That's why I give Anderson Silva an A+, which is already very good and very close to S-class. So that's it for the video. How would you rate Anderson Silva? Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments, And be sure to subscribe to this channel if you don't want to miss any of these videos in the future.